mainly my task as a theologian, doctrine teacher, is to say, okay, what sense can we make of what the Bible has revealed to us about the world, about God, about ourselves? We try to imagine what must be the case for all of the words of Scripture to be true. So that's the lens and the light that gets shed on great books and the world. And that means I have the freedom to bring those things in. And some of the stuff here on the shelf get to be brought in, and I can assign a chapter from J.R.R. Tolkien in our Doctrine of Creation class because it helps us understand a little bit better what the Bible has taught. I can assign a novel from a Japanese author in our Christology section because it allows students to see how someone else has understood what the Bible's taught and refracted it in different ways. And then in the third class, we get to read the memoir of a poet who is confessing the name of Christ and yet doing so in ways that we're not familiar with. And so all of those different ways that we get to integrate those other aspects outside the theological domain, we get to interact with them theologically because they're interacting with real people. And that's part of the embodying of theological truth that I think is really important for our students and what they get out of the program. And I get to do it alongside not only those courses that are not my courses, but with and alongside the faculty who have expertise in all of those areas. And we work together in those ways. For instance, also this semester I get to teach a course with a philosopher, James McLaughlin, on J.R.R. Tolkien's literature, but do so from the aspect him philosophy and me theologically. We get to reflect on, analyze what Tolkien in his really profound way has embodied in this story that comes to students in fresh ways. They get to see things freshly and with new eyes that they hadn't seen before. I think that is one way in which that statement, great books in light of the greatest book for the sake of the Great Commission, can come through our courses. And I think remarkably, that sort of work in the great books and the greatest book allow for students who are headed into Great Commission work to be able to relate to people in ways they hadn't before, to be able to understand and live in their shoes for a moment before they start ministry and as they go, in ways that equip them uniquely, I think.